you're right, Levin, man. A lot of people need to bounce back in this game, and if they don't, you were talking about mentality, it might already be over.
Yeah, and it might be over here for either iDrop or Experience because they are getting into each other's personal space. Oh my goodness, iDrop.
Wow.
Oh no. Oh
wow.
no, iDrop's gone.
And he started that off with such a good mid-game showing this time, and Dooms did not make it off of the beginning. Combat Shotgun not going to do the damage that he needs, unfortunate. And like, man, I don't know, maybe that's just like a overconfidence type of thing, or overconfidence type of thing. It's just, I didn't expect it to be that early, that fast.
Yeah, that was not ideal there for iDrop, and I wonder how he bounces back because, you know, he seems to be in good form in game one. I don't know where he finished up on the leaderboard. I don't know if you can tell me that one right now, but to go down early there is a bit unfortunate. Obviously, Benji here, someone who, his name's been attached to Dooms all season, right? All season long, his name's been attached to Dooms. When it comes to solos, right? Obviously, last season, we saw a lot of the time, you know, we'd see certain trios land towards different POIs, right? And then it was kind of like be so consistent in solos. You know, people like a Reason, people like a No Rayleigh, you know, people like a Marine, right? Who isn't necessarily someone who we see winning everything, but Marine's always up there, it seems. Gotta give those players credit.
100%. Players who don't have that, you know, big flexible adaptability have to always kind of think fast, like Rocky right now, and he's getting big tags. Fortunately, he might be out of energy to think because he has no more materials. Gets a huge pickup though from a chest golden AR, and now Floki is probably thinking, wait a minute, that does not sound like the gun he just shot. All damage matters too. Look at his white HP. Floki has no bandages, no heals. And it just takes two headshots and Floki's gone.
Yeah, that was good. That was good there by Rocky. He waited. He was watching right through the builds to see when. Oh. Give Benji a moment here. Just give Benji a moment. He deserves a moment. But yeah, what I was saying, he was waiting to see, you know, when his attention was gone, and as soon as he noticed the player turn, right, he instantly goes for the shots, right, catches him off balance. You know, like I was saying at the beginning of game one, right? A lot of the time, this game, solos, is just all about rhythm, right? So if you can catch someone out of rhythm, whether it's box fighting or rotating, you know, you can get the upper hand on someone.
Absolutely. Anas right now caught Dexy in rhythm on the swim, so 2 easy headshots with a Stark rifle, 108 damage. Misses the pump, but after that has the translation of AR beams, and there's even more dances and fast fights around the map. Yeah,
when you saw there, Dexy, he kind of lost his bearings. You know, when you just have a player just all up in your face like that, sometimes it is just hard to keep control, and he wasn't able to handle the pressure, and he goes down here. Castery, someone who I said I was excited to watch today in the grand finals. I feel you now. I think it's interesting as well, like on the topic of like zones, right? Did you see Aussie Antics' post about zones for EU on FNTS?
Yeah, I saw it for EU as well, yeah.
Like, did you see how many North zones there were? Like, Catty getting like no love, like that side of the map getting no love, and it seems like it's the same again so far today. Like,
it's 6 games, man. It's like, and it changes every time, so like people can't even adapt, right? It's not like you can just start landing North. Like in another region he posted it too, it was full South. Was that OCE? Or like? Yeah,
but that's why I was a bit like, this is the second time now in EU where like I'm just seeing a bunch of South zones, not South zones, North zones. Sorry. Would that play in your mind? Like if you saw just crazy North zones as a player, like are you switching?
There's one team that I talked to about that actually, XStat on NA East. They just literally optimize their drops so hard that no matter where the zone is, they can adapt and be in positions, just like Benji. This man's landing on this side of the zone to be in positions to actually shoot and get these free elims where you can just get 2-3 headshots before the player can build. It's all about how fast you loot, the speed of which you rotate when a new zone pops up. I don't think it's your drop spot entirely, but that factor that'll determine where you will actually be in the zone. It's hard to get that pattern going. More so if those patterns happen in the mid game off of a box. You can tell if Savage has a big base and it's right beside zone, people have to come around it. Castery stuck in that trap right now. Savage has a shot for beams here. There's another player too who's slightly nearby. I think it's Mastor. Both these guys at major risk. Arizon slightly close by towards the right side too.
You see here, it's getting very difficult for yeah, I was just gonna say, getting very difficult for Mustard to find any space, any breathing room, and he walks right into Mr. Savage, and Savage will not get a free elimination today.
But this is so tricky. Now we have Savage, the trap setter, who gets these elims before the zone moves, and Reason right beside him. Castry surrounded by them both. We saw it with Reason last game. He likes to use you when you're next to his box to either get a free pick when the zone starts to move, or just use your builds and rotate behind them. So Castry, I think, is beside the two worst players you can be beside in the fourth zone. It's going to be a miracle if this man survives the next 2 minutes of game. Moving right, I think, is the best play here. But just look at that mini-map on the bottom right, guys. Like, there is so many people on this zone line, all afflicted by major shots, though. Reason 1 HP. I think in Dread right below him as well. Savage, I think, gets sniped walking in or double headshot. And now he's one of the low health people as well. His entire game was looking good. And now with just, what, 72 HP? It's almost shambles. 160 pop, though. Goodness. He turns it around and just takes Cammy out.
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Savage has just completely... He's made you eat your words there, son. Because you were talking about how, you know, things weren't looking too good. He waltzed right in, took out Cammy, and now, like, he's back where he was before, right? Looking really good. I saw a big pot line on the floor, obviously the siphon as well, all of Cammy's loot. Really good elimination there for Savage, and that's what he can do, right? He switches it on, and he literally just, if he has a crash pad, he'll switch, you know, he'll switch that mental switch on in his brain, and he'll just go, all right, I need an elimination. I'm getting in right now. And not many people can stop him.
Not at all. I don't think it's a player people have to be afraid of now, though. Look at the kind of upper side of the mini-map. Look at all those players that need to make it above onto Starks from Craggy Cliffs.
Oh.
Skewy is one of them, and he takes one person out. Another pump back-to-back doesn't make it happen, but this will be all the congestion we keep seeing for these guys who need to make it up the hill. Nikov gets his first elim. He was towards that bottom 20 after game 1 as well, so very good for him. Getting placement now too. Remember, you start getting placement once you hit that top 50 for every single place. 5 have been handed out, now 6. Anas gets an elim. Robabs, taking out game 1 early, is alive. And on top of the entire server is Arion. We're tuning in with Lecce, but remember, Arion took out Janice at Sweaty Sands. And now with all that loot, with all that mid-map pressure, he controls the whole lobby in half-and-half zone.
It's going to be important for him to do so, right? Obviously sitting on a higher elevation than everybody. He gets to really pick and choose, right? Obviously, Lecce doesn't necessarily have that privilege, right? Probably ought to take what he can get, but for now, just sitting in that cone. Obviously, looking for a bit of redemption after what happened to him last game, where he came up short right after getting eliminated by iDrop.
You look at the differences on the right side of your screen between Lecce and Benji. Benji fully stacked 5 shockwaves, gold AR, so many shields. Lecce, just like a spot that Mr. Savage was in. Yes, he has 1 shockwave and a few minis, but this next fight will be so crucial. He has 2 builds, no elims, just placement points really this game. He needs a huge box dive, but he does not have crash pads like Savage did.
Yeah, another rotation's coming in, and so time's running out, right? He needs to figure out how he's going to do this now. You see Benji moving in there. Perfect front side rotation, and now able to look back, and he might be able to pick off Trulex there on low HP. You see now Lecce making this move, making this play.
No builds.
Can he do it? I'm just waiting. He does!
I don't know who that was on, but he did put a fire trap down. It's all good. Lecce gets out with 44 builds now to use. Benji's looking so good, though, with 81 in total. Still has shockwaves. Still has God aim. Vato beamed out of the sky. Lecce, though, is ahead of Benji in terms of positioning. One person, though, jumping right on top of him. The zone on the left side of your screen is going over a river, going over water. So anyone on low like Queasy is in trouble. Benji's trying to drop people down. Lecce on the top right is trying to survive. He has a full goal loadout now and floppers with a broomstick.
Yeah, and he's looking for eliminations to add to all of that now as well. Shockwave comes in, getting to that front side once again. He's able to save his remaining materials for now. as he looks for that elimination, peeking around in that cone. See how crazy it's getting, right?
Ooh.
See Kinzo on that height. Benji picks up the elimination, but now he's on the back foot. The Shockwave able to buy him some time.
Oh my god, on the left side of your screen, Mr. Savage down at 1 HP. Kinzel's the one who has height. Lecce brooms away into another box. No one at his front door just yet. Savage is still surviving with a sliver of HP, and Benji joins him in the exact same spot. Savage taken out. Benji just one tick down to the storm. He needs Siphon. He needs the Elim. He finds Jamside taken out. On the bottom right of your screen, Benji is fully activated, just like last Dreamhack, but not as desperate. He's looking cool, calm, and collected, and getting more mats and big Siphon eliminations as well. Now at 100 HP, Kinzel is still on height, looking for his next move. The whole lobby bounces back. There's time to fight now for everyone.
Yeah, and Lecce just picked up another elimination of his own, and you see these two teammates there on a crash course of collision. Benji opting to change layers now, gonna use himself to get up. Kinzo in the meantime has lost that high ground. We see EMXXR sitting pretty up there. Benji find himself in some trouble though now, fighting Kinzo, and Kinzo takes him out.
Kinzel drop from height down to Benji's domain, but this time it's Benji who gets knocked in the storm. Lecce, though, with 2 Elims, is looking for his surprise shot, and what a glorious one it was. A full 220 to the head with a gold pump, and he flies straight up for another mid-ground spot. But now in the eyes of MXR, as Kinzel makes it a top 3 situation, MXR is big vibing on height, though. No one really touching him. Kinzel pressuring Lecce. Can he get out of this trap? Can he get out of this sandwich? Kinzel taken out. It's a 1v1 between Lecce and MXR. They're right next to each other. Box to box. Sprays coming in, and it's Lecce who is the box fight warrior who takes it with 5 eliminations.
Well, considering that there's only 2 games, I could imagine that we're going to be seeing Lecce's name. But up on top, it is none other than Dazen Ho. 124 points right now. An incredible performance from him, getting 2nd and then 5th place in the 1st and 2nd game, respectively.